Well, I got some time before my Warp Tech interview and before I need to meet Una for it, so I wonder how I should pass the time here. Kaori, Mayu, or Valerie, obviously Kaori. I should check up on Eagle and see how bad the damage really is. Yeah, that match probably really kicked him out a bit. Hopefully, it'll still be in fighting form even without the repairs from a sponsor. We hope at least. When I arrive in the hangar, I see a familiar face. Kaori is circling her gear with a critical eye. I guess we had the same idea. Hey, Kaori. She nods at me. How does it look? Kaori looks solemn.
It could be better. The damage is mostly cosmetic, but there is some damage here and here, which could impact performance.
She points to the areas on her gear.
This will reduce overall acceleration and top speed. It hurts the aerodynamic nature of Aura.
Aura?
Yeah, Aura. The name of my gear.
Get it together, man. Yours is called Eagle. Aura is hers. I suddenly remember a conversation I had with Sho regarding gears and their genders. Is it a he? Is it a she? Is it an it? Well, based on the design of it, I can assume Aura is female. Is Aura a female?
Well, the gear is an embodiment of a pilot, so yes.
Aha! And she smiled too, which means I guessed correctly. I'm a little surprised Aura has a gender. I didn't take you as a sentimental person. She looks calm, but her voice gets a little defensive.
What's that supposed to mean?
I mean, I get that the gear is shaped like a female for the purpose of sponsorship and to appeal to spectators, but I trail off, unsure how to verbalize my question without offending. How do you ask someone about the boobs of their gear? Luckily, Kaori seems to understand. Thank goodness I don't have to ask that question.
This frame is smaller for better agility. And
She looks at the chest area of Aura. Her face flushes.
extra storage space contains emergency energy packs for the thrusters, in case the core temporarily overheats. Their location just happened to be there for the best weight distribution of the gear.
I'm sure that's exactly what that was. Aura sounds no nonsense and efficient. They really do embody their pilots. I suppose that makes sense. She nods. We both continue reviewing her gear. The silence only grows more and more awkward. So, how did you come up with the name? If I didn't know any better, I would think it was named after the anime Ninja Ranger. The one in pink was also called Aura. Kaori glares at me. I don't know if she's upset that I'm a weeb, or if she just wants to hit me, or if she's still mad about the bike thing earlier.
Yeah, so? It is named after her.
Okay, so you're a giant weeb along with me. Are you serious? Good joke. You almost had me. There's no way. Wait, are you actually serious on this? For real?
Why is that so bad?
I just never thought you'd be into anime.
What's so hard to believe about me liking anime?
Now that I think about it, I didn't really consider what sort of hobbies Kaori has. Although, anime would be on my list of probably not or impossible for her. And the awkward silence is back. Actually, isn't Aura the Ranger of Honor? She blinks in surprise.
How did you know that?
Because I watched the show, obviously. I might be into anime as well.
Really? That's a surprise.
Oh, my turn to fire back. Why is that? What's so hard to believe about me liking anime? Kaori blushes in embarrassment.
I guess we were both making unfair assumptions.
I wouldn't say unfair, we were just making assumptions. She looks at her gear before facing me again.
So, which is your favorite ranger?
I think the correct answer here should be Ara. Her speech is halted, as if she's too embarrassed to even ask the question. Justice, knowledge, emotion, power, honor. Well, I have the green answer here. I'm gonna click the one that's different. Sense, the ranger of emotion.
Sense was amazing.
Of course, he was always so understanding of others.
I know. And he'd know just the right things to say or do to help anyone.
It's almost like the main character. It's almost like me. And then she realized how excited she got. I stare at Kaori in surprise. I don't think I've ever seen her so animated. She blinks at my astonishment before her face reddens.
Well, I mean, if you're into that.
I let out a chuckle. Kaori smiles. I'm glad I was able to learn something new about you. Her cheeks redden even further.
Don't make it sound like that.
She shuffles her feet and avoids my gaze.
But it is a little nice knowing you like anime too.
Did you just soften up on me? If I'm not mistaken, it sounds like you just softened up on me. Yeah, she definitely did. We spent some more time together at the hangar before she has to head out for her class. Duh. But we did learn quite a bit more about her, and that's a big start. But now we gotta go serious, and it's time for our warp tech interview. When I return to my locker, there's a missed text from Kaori. Emergency meeting. Meet in the hangar, or meet now in the hangar. Better not mess up her text because it's in all caps. I'd better get going. Think she'd get mad at me just for screwing up reading her text. I arrive at the hangar about the same time as Sho and Mayu. Kaori waits impatiently in front of her gear.
Finally! That took you a while.
I just saw your text. I might have gotten a little distracted. What are you talking about? I'm on time. Well, I just saw your text, woman. Calm down. I literally came here as soon as I got your text.
I texted before heading over here so we'd be on time.
I guess you walk faster than me. I don't know what to tell you.
Well, at least you know what you can improve on.
I'm sorry, what did you just say to me? I think I see a smirk. Is that Kaori's version of a joke? Is she cracking jokes with me? I think our Ninja Rangers conversation really softened her up. That's new. Kaori then addresses the rest of the team. That was different. Time to celebrate our first victory as a team with a party at Sho's place. What am I gonna have to drink here? Water, surprise me, or beer? No, I'm a beer guy. I'm gonna grab myself a beer. Just chill out, relax, have a good time, see what my team's up to. There's both a keg and cans of beer in the cooler. I'm gonna go with the cooler. No keg stands for me. Harsh memories of keg parties back home bubble up, and I relive the trauma all over again. Better stick with the can. I grab one of my favorites. Now that I have a drink, I should find my friends. Let's look for... If any other option was here, I didn't see it because Kaori. Kaori didn't look so thrilled when that girl showed up. Maybe I should check on her. I find her in a corner of the living room, surrounded by a group of students. The girl from earlier stands beside her, but when she spots the rest of her team, she runs off to greet them. As I approach, Kaori has her arms folded and she's trying to keep a wide berth between herself and the boys. I catch the tail end of their conversation.
Please, you guys are no competition at all. The day you losers beat me in a match is the day I'm dead.
What kind of match we talking here? One of the boys laughs.
Those are tough words coming from someone so cute.
She's gonna make your eye black and blue. As quick as lightning, he slaps Kaori's butt. I'm gonna kill him, actually. Suddenly, time warps and slows. Kaori's body tenses and her eyes grow wide as her brain registers what just happened. Then the fire reaches her eyes and melts her frozen body. She brings her arm back and slugs the guy in the face so hard he collapses to the floor. Now let that be a lesson to you. Do not slap a girl's butt without her consent because Kaori might kick your ass. Good for you. Holy crap! Back away slowly. Well, I'm gonna say good for her. Nice one, Kaori. That jerk got exactly what he deserved. She spins around at the sound of my voice and blinks in surprise. Yeah, I've been watching.
Huh? How long have you been standing there?
Long enough to realize he slapped your ass and you didn't like it and you knocked him out cold in one shot. Long enough to see what that guy did to you. At the mention of the unconscious guy, Kaori's fierce glare returns. She nudges him with her foot and watches as he doesn't stir. He's clocked out for the night.
Serves him right.
Amen to that, sister. Whistles break from the silent onlookers as a few of the girls cheer and the guys start laughing. He's gonna get made fun of so much tomorrow.
Damn, did you see what she just did to Takeshi?
Yeah, I'm not getting on her bad side.
Nope, me neither.
That's my girl, back off.
She's kind of scary, actually.
Why don't we get out of here? Kaori nods. We're about to move when a tall, buff pilot slams a bottle onto a nearby table.
Or Takashi.
Dropping into a chair, he laughs.
So you can handle yourself when it comes to strength, but can you do the same when it comes to alcohol?
This big man picking a drinking contest with a girl. Kaori crosses her arms and snorts.
Not interested.
What's the matter? You scared?
A taunting song of oohs circle from the onlookers. Kaori laughs.
Me? Scared? No way. I'm just trying to save you from the embarrassment.
And dude, let me tell you, if she just knocked Takashi out cold in one shot, you don't want to challenge her to a drinking contest.
No, I get it. Drinking is a man's game. Women aren't built to hold their alcohol.
Kaori, you can drink him under the table now. Kaori's eyes flash, and the smile drops from her face.
What did you say?
It's probably best that we don't do this, actually. I wouldn't want you to hurt yourself.
You're very articulate for a drunk. The chair scrapes along the floor as Kaori sits down.
The only person who'll be hurting is you after I drink you under the table.
This is a bad idea. Let me do it instead. Who am I to stop her? She's not going to let me stop her. I mean, I could certainly give it a go, but who am I really to stop her if she's like this? I don't think she's going to give up so easily. Kaori's old enough to make her own decisions. If she wants to drink with this guy, then what gives me the right to stop her? Still, I should stick around to make sure she doesn't get herself too sick. Someone places 2 shot glasses on the table, one in front of each challenger, and fills them up. He then explains the rules.
first person to reach 10 shots is the winner.
That sounds like a bad night. Kaori reaches for hers first and downs it before her challenger takes a drink. She doesn't even flinch from the burning liquid.
Another!
Hey!
He quickly downs his cup while Kaori's is being refilled, then fills up his own cup. Kaori grins. He clearly is not going to be able to keep up.
Try and keep up, okay?
Instead of responding, the guy throws back his drink and Kaori follows. An even larger crowd gathers around the pair as they drink shot after shot. Everyone watches with bated breath, but neither competitor shows any sign of weakness. Kaori is like a machine and empties her cup faster than it can be filled. The crowd stares at her with admiration. Her challenger keeps up a steady pace and the race is close. After her 10th shot, Kaori slams her cup onto the table right before her opponent.
Done.
Yeah, she's drunk.
Damn.
The crowd erupts into a roar of cheers as they equally congratulate Kaori and tease her challenger. The pilot tries to stand but looks a little queasy and sits back down. Kaori is also unsteady on her feet, but I catch her before she falls.
I'm okay.
I don't believe you. I let go, and she squints up at me.
What did you do to your face?
It always looks like this. Huh?
Your face. It's so blonde.
Thank you. I'm sorry?
No, it's not bad.
Geez, Sho or Mayu should take Kaori home. I should take her home. No, I'll take her home. Yep, she's drunk, and it's late. I think it's time for her to leave before she embarrasses herself even further. Kaori won't be able to get home alone. I better walk her back. I help her to her feet. Come on, Kaori. Time to go.
No, you can't tell me what to do.
As she talks, I lead her towards the door anyway.
Fine, I'm going, but only because I want to go.
Sure. Whatever you say. That sounds like a very Kaori thing to say. Maybe she's not as drunk as I thought. Still take her home. The cool night breeze is a welcome relief from the stuffy dorm. As we walk through the silent campus, Kaori trips over a root and I catch her fall. She gasps as I hold her, but doesn't push me away. Let her go, pull her close. It's weird to see clumsy Kaori. You know, if she's not that drunk, I'm gonna pull her closer. I pull her into me. You're lucky I was here to catch you. Really? That's all you're going to say? She scrunches her face as if trying to remember something.
Oh! Stop being a perv!
I kind of walked into that one. I laugh and let her go. She's uncharacteristically quiet for a while. It's strange to see her so calm. Usually she's so fiery.
Your reaction time is better than I remember.
Thanks?
You've improved a lot since our first match. I still can't believe you took out all 3 of them by yourself.
What can I say? I'm just that good. She looks straight into my eyes. My heart beats faster under her gaze. She leans in closer to me.
You are really impressive.
I don't know how to feel right now. I might have just gotten a little red. Do my ears deceive me? Or did Kaori just give me a compliment? Is that really what you think?
Yeah.
I never knew you felt that way.
So what?
Nothing. It's just nice to know that you like me. Her cheeks are red, but I can't tell if it's from the alcohol or this conversation, or both.
Shut up! It's not like that!
We arrive in front of her building, and Kaori steps to the entrance. Ask her about that mysterious man in the parking lot. Don't ask her anything. As much as I want to know. Nah, let's see if she'll tell us. She's drunk. Kaori has opened up to me a lot. I wonder if she'll tell me who she was with the other night. Wait. She turns back to me. Can I ask you something?
What?
That night I ran into you in the parking lot. What were you doing with that older guy? She cocks her head to the side, amused.
Why? Are you jealous?
Yeah, actually. I'm concerned. I don't care if he's your boyfriend. No. Well, I'm concerned. But we'll go with that. That sounds like the closest thing to yes. No. I'm just worried.
You don't have to be worried. I can take care of myself.
I don't doubt that. So, do you have your ID? Kaori nods and fishes it out of her pocket.
Good night. Thanks for walking me home.
Are you going to be okay? Do you need help getting back into your room?
Nuh-uh. I won't fall for that. You aren't getting into my room.
It wasn't a ploy to get into your room, it was just to try to help you there to make sure you're okay. That wasn't my intention.
I'll be fine.
Okay. Good night, then.
Oh, I almost forgot.
I'm caught off guard as she combs her hands through my golden locks.
It's so soft and fluffy.
So fluffy, I'm going to die. What? Just... her voice? What? I'm too stunned to react. Kaori steps back and admires her handiwork. She smiles, then swipes her ID and disappears into the building. That was kind of an interesting night. If only I was able to record drunk Kaori for sober Kaori to see. I'm feeling embarrassed just thinking about it. With Kaori safely inside, I head back to my bike and drive home. That was some party. It's late by the time I get home, and everyone is already asleep. I tiptoe into my room and collapse onto my bed. Exhausted, I fall asleep as soon as my head hits the pillow. Well, I didn't drink all that much. I should be okay for the next day. The sun shining through my window splashes on my face and wakes me up. I stretch in a wide yawn and glance at the clock. Nearly 10. Good amount to sleep in. I'm glad I got a chance to sleep in after the party last night, but I don't want to waste my weekend. I hop out of bed and get ready for the day. What's my plan? I wonder what my brosif is up to. Maybe Kaori will show me how she made her delicious bento. This one. I'm kind of hungry. Nikki will probably have food downstairs. But lately, I've been craving the sushi Kaori made. I really should make an effort to eat healthier, and those rolls seem simple enough to make. I mean, if Kaori can do it, then so can I. I'll ask her how she made them, and maybe I'll surprise Nikki by making lunch. That's edible. Edible lunch is the key word. I call up Kaori, and there's a flood of noise when she answers.
What is it?
Hello to you, too.
Oh, right. Hi, what's up?
Remember the maki sushi you made for lunch?
Yeah.
How do you make them?
Oh, it's really easy. You need rice, nori, vinegar.
The voices in the background are getting so loud I can barely hear Kaori. You're kind of cutting off. Where are you?
I'm in the mall. Actually, I'm in the store grabbing groceries. If you come by, I can just show you what ingredients to get.
Okay, I'll head over.
Hurry. I'm only here for a little bit, and then I'm gone.
Oddly specific of you. Where are you going? But she already hung up the phone. Oh well. I better get to the mall before she leaves. After making my plans, I head downstairs. I park my bike in the lot and make my way into the building. The supermarket is tucked into a corner of the sprawling mall. There's no way Kaori will be walking the aisles full of processed snacks, so I head directly to the produce aisle. Just as I guessed, I spot Kaori picking out vegetables. She glances at me as I approach. Damn, is she cute.
Ah, you made it.
Yeah. Her cart is filled with different fruits and vegetables. I caught her just in time. It looks like she's almost ready to check out.
So, what type of sushi do you want to make?
Cucumber rolls, tuna rolls, whatever you had last time. We're gonna go with cucumber rolls. That sounds light and filling and delicious. Kappamaki.
Good choice. These are really light, but keep you full.
Nice, just as I thought. She hands me a cucumber out of her shopping cart.
Here, take this one. It's really fresh.
No, I couldn't. Okay, are these all for me? I don't need your charity. No, I couldn't. You picked out that one. I'll pick up my own cucumber. That's okay. You already did all the work to pick it out, so you should keep it. I'll grab my own. I walk over to the cucumbers and randomly select one. Normally, I just throw it in my basket, but under Kaori's watchful gaze, I feel like I should do more. I hold it up towards the light. Yep, this one looks good. Kaori sighs, but there's also a trace of a smile on her lips.
You should squeeze it gently to test firmness. As long as it's firm and doesn't feel soft or bend, it should be okay.
Thanks for the advice. That's what she said. I know. You know, thank you for the advice. As much as I want to TWSS, thank you. Oh, right. Thanks. A gentle squeeze confirms that this one is good, so I put it in my basket. As Kaori gathers everything I will need, she imparts step-by-step instructions for how to cook and assemble them.
Got it?
Yeah, I think so.
Good. Anyway, that's everything, and I have to get going, so let's check out.
Wasting no time, she drags me to the checkout counter so we can pay. I patiently wait for the clerk to finish bagging all our items. Here, let me hold your bags. Kaori begins to protest, but I grab her bags before she can.
Fine, but only because you want to.
Whatever you say, dear, you like it. I nod, holding my bags in one hand and hers in the other. She silently leads me out of the store, then pauses right outside of the mall entrance.
Thanks, but I can carry it from here.
It's okay. Did you take the bus? I'll carry it to the bus stop for you.
No!
That's a weird reaction. She snatches the bags from one of my hands.
Thanks, but I'll see you later.
Okay, bye. Odd. I'm barely able to reply before she runs off. She seems to be in a hurry. I wonder where she's going. Well, it doesn't matter. I'm starving. Time to get home and make this delicious meal. Nikki will be so impressed. As I balance up my bags between my hands, I spot a purple eggplant in one of them. Huh? I didn't get an eggplant. Oh no. These are Kaori's bags. That means she has mine. I need to catch her before it's too late. My legs begin pumping before I even finish the thought. As I race towards the bus stop, I spot that fancy white car from the other day with the same man from before leaning against it. Kaori runs toward him. My legs tangle as I try to suddenly stop and stumble noisily behind a parked car. I peek out to see the man hasn't moved. Whew! Nobody heard me. The man splits into a wide smile when he sees Kaori, and he envelops her into another hug. He then plants a kiss on her cheek. Kaori embraces him back. She's not in her right mind. What is up with this bizarro Kaori? He's too familiar with her. I mean, he's too familiar? That's very strange. I don't like how familiar he is with her. It doesn't seem right. I need to get to the bottom of this to make sure Kaori's not being taken advantage of. The man takes the grocery bags and places them in the car. Then both he and Kaori climb inside. I dive out of my hiding place and sprint to my bike. I can't let them out of my sight. Luckily, I'm parked close enough to spot them exiting the parking lot. I keep a good distance between us as I speed down the road behind them. Now I'm being the creepy one. I try to keep a car between us to block me from view, but every so often, a vehicle will switch lanes, leaving me exposed. Still, the white car doesn't change pace or give any indication it knows it's being followed. I must be better at this than I thought. After a while, the car turns into a weathered driveway. The driveway is attached to an older house with a wide fenced-in yard. Children ranging from 3 to 10 play in the yard. Is this a school of some sort? I linger back and watch as Kaori exits the car. As soon as she does, the younger children swarm over to hug her legs. Kaori laughs when she sees the kids and opens her arms wide to return their hugs. A bright smile graces her face, and she's warm and gentle as she herds the kids back into the yard. The older children greet her with respect, but it's clear they're just as happy to see her. This is such a different Kaori from the one I know. And even though she'd kill me if she ever found out I saw the side of her, I'm glad I did. Leave before she sees me, or return her groceries. Well, I need to return them. I've already come out this far, and she needs to know I'm here. I can't just be creepily poking around. Kicking my bike into park, I grab the grocery bags and walk over to the house. As I come into view, surprise flickers across Kaori's face before it's replaced by an emotionless mask. She waits for me in the driveway.
What are you doing here? Are you spying on me?
I hand her the groceries. No, our bags got mixed up. These are yours. With a wary look, she peeks into the bags.
Oh.
For a second, she seems at a loss for how to react. Then her familiar glare returns.
Well, you shouldn't have followed me without my knowledge like some sort of creep.
I'll admit it's kind of creepy. You're right. It's okay if it's for a good cause. Jeez, so ungrateful. Well, I'll admit it and I'll agree with her. She's right again. I'm sorry. I tried to catch you in the parking lot, but I was too slow.
You were watching me in the parking lot too?
Again, trying to return your groceries. Yeah, I mean, no. I went to find my bike and I saw you leaving. Speaking of which, I'm surprised you didn't notice me following you at all. Although, it's not the first time you didn't see me coming until I was already there. Kaori clenches her fists. I'm gonna get hit.
I'm going to pretend like you didn't say that. Your bike is white, right? You must have been really discreet because I didn't see it at all. Although, now that you mention it, there was this really weird-looking bike that would occasionally pop into my view. But it was clearly a girl's, so I know that wasn't you?
No, it was me. Her voice trails off when she notices my expression. Her hands fly to her mouth and she seems to be concentrating hard on holding something in. What? She shakes her head, avoiding my eyes. Her gaze flickers all around me. When they land on my bike behind me, the floodgates open and her laugh rings across the yard.
That was you?
I muffle in affirmation. Yep, that was me.
Oh my god!
Yeah, laugh it up. She gasps for breath as her laughter continues. Her eyes are even tearing up. Maybe now she won't be as mad at me. Okay, it's not that funny. After a few more breaths, Kaori finally calms down.
That's a good look for you.
Very funny.
Kaori, what is so funny?
The man walks over and gives Kaori a questioning look when he sees me.
Oh, this is my teammate from school.
Ah, a friend of Kaori's.
His face splits into a huge grin and he hurries over to plant a kiss on each of my cheeks. Kaori watches in amusement as I can only stand in shock.
I am Miguel Vasquez, but please, call me Uncle Miguel.
Okay, Uncle Miguel. Give me a moment here to process what just happened.
So happy to meet you.
Hello, I'm Sylar. I flash Kaori a confused look.
He's my uncle.
Yes, Kaori doesn't let me meet her friend, so you must be very special.
That's one way of putting it.
Her boyfriend?
Not yet, but not no.
No?
But boyfriend? Of course we're a couple, she wishes. The surprise but boyfriend. I put up my hands defensively. No, nothing like that.
Why not? You don't like her?
I do, but she just wanted to murder me 5 minutes ago. Well, I didn't say that.
So you do like her?
Uncle!
I mean, this is one awkward time for the confession, but yes. Kaori's face is beet red.
Don't you have kids to help or something?
Miguel is unperturbed and chuckles.
Okay. I understand. I will let you lovebirds have some space.
Did you have to put that pause there? Did you have to do that? Because it makes me laugh even harder.
We're not lovebirds!
Not yet. He winks as he goes to join the children. Kaori and I stand in silence, and she fidgets with her hands. Her face is still bright red, and she can't look me in the eyes. After a moment, the silence grows too heavy, and we speak at the same time.
Ignore him.
So, your uncle, huh? She blinks at me. He's pretty, affectionate.
Oh, yeah. He's Spanish, and that's how they greet each other in Spain. It took a while for me to get used to it, too.
That explains a lot. How did he and your aunt meet?
In university. He studied in Japan. That's why his Japanese is so good, too.
We lapse into silence again. Kaori returns to the white car and hands me my groceries.
Thanks for bringing these by, I guess. You should probably get going. I have to get back to the kids.
What exactly is this place? She hesitates, then sighs in resignation.
It's a daycare and tutoring center. My uncle runs it, and I come by to help out.
I knew you were a softie. Mommy material. That's so unlike you. Well, I knew you were a softie. The kids seem to really like you.
Well, I have been coming by since high school.
You must be like a big sister to them.
Yeah, they're all really good kids. Smart, too.
Still, how did you get involved?
I started coming here as a co-op for class credit, and now I can't imagine my life without them.
I watch Kaori as she speaks. Her expression is soft as her voice is warm.
Most of these kids have parents who work all the time, and it's obvious these kids are lonely. They might act out or struggle in school, but all they really want is for someone to care about them. This place might not be the most glamorous, but Uncle cares about every single kid who walks through these doors, and they care about him.
Then her voice hardens.
Anyway, if you tell anyone about this, I will destroy you.
Don't threaten me with a good time. Noted. The kids wave at Kaori and call out for her to join them. With minimal urging from Miguel, they start singing Mr. Tommy and Mr. Boyfriend sitting in a tree. Kissing. Miguel laughs at Kaori's mortification. I better go. Her face is completely red.
Yes, please.
I head back to my bike as Kaori runs towards the children. They scatter around the yard, squealing in laughter. Kaori puts on a hard exterior, but she's not as cold as she pretends to be. I glance back for one more glimpse of Kaori's smile before driving off. Well, that is a completely different side of her. Time passes in a blur, and suddenly, it's been a month since Nikki and I moved to Izokaze and I started at Ace Academy. My team and I are stronger than ever, and our winning streak has not been broken. Kaori, Sho, Mayu, and I spend many evenings practicing in the hangar, learning how to anticipate each other's needs on the field. Yuna continues to manage our sponsorship from Dashu, and she's become more comfortable with the team. Valerie works hard behind the scenes to continually update our gears, and after all the tweaks she had given Eagle, I'm more confident than ever in my mech's abilities. I've had a surprising number of companies reach out to me to partner and research my core, but I've declined each invitation. I don't feel comfortable having strangers poke and prod at my dad's legacy, especially when I don't understand what's going on myself. Aside from team stuff, Kaori and I will occasionally meet up for lunch, in which she berates my food choices and offers me healthy alternative recipes. I pass those on to Nikki, who already loves Kaori even though they haven't met. On the home front, Uncle Kaito is still as busy as ever now that his newly opened cafe has become insanely popular. Nikki spends most of her time at her school's cooking club, which has gained a lot of traction among the students. Sadly, that means I've had to fend for myself when it comes to food. It's a good thing I've got Kaori around and teaching me these recipes. I wake up at the sound of my alarm, then begin my morning routine. I got some time. What do I feel like doing now? Kaori is the only option I ever saw on that list. I'm starting to fall behind in my classes since all my focus has been on piloting. Time to head to the library. Gotta study up and get smart. Get my edumacation. The library is filled with students, and I don't spot any free tables. Looks like other people had the same idea. I spot a familiar plume of red hair sitting alone at a table in the corner. It's rare to spot Kaori at the library. She doesn't notice me as I approach, as per usual. If I didn't know better, I'd say she looked half asleep. Mind if I join you? You didn't have to save a seat just for me. Move over, you're hogging the entire table. Mind if I join you? I'm glad I ran into you. This place is packed. Kaori looks around groggily, like she's just woken up, then greets me with a yawn.
Yeah, I guess it is.
Are you feeling alright? You look a little...
I look a little what?
Her eyes flash. She might be groggy, but she's still Kaori. A little tired. Everything okay?
Huh? No, I'm fine. Why?
The bags under her eyes tell a different story. I'm just concerned. For a moment, it almost looks like she's going to pull back and hit me. When her hands finally move, I flinch. But to my surprise, she delivers an intense and dramatic stretching yawn. Well, thank goodness. I'll get hit later, though.
I guess it doesn't matter if I tell you.
Maybe it's just because she's tired, but she seems relieved to be talking about it.
One of the volunteers at the daycare left, and I had to take on their students. We were already short-staffed, but now it's much worse.
That's a relief.
What? Why?
I've just never seen you look so worn out. I thought you were doing shenaniganry. Don't blame her. That's a math textbook. Well, you just look worn out. I'm concerned. I thought it might be something serious. She narrows her eyes.
Serious?
Yeah, like family or school stuff.
You're saying that I don't take my job with these kids seriously?
No, that's not what I meant. Kaori lets out another big yawn.
Don't worry about me. I just have to work a few doubles until we find a replacement.
Why don't you share the work with the rest of the staff?
Do you know anything at all about educating children?
No. Not really.
Obviously. At that age, one of the worst things you can do is to switch up their instructors. It has a terrible impact on their learning. Children need stability and time to build up trust. And while they're getting used to us, we're learning about them. It takes time to understand how a child learns, what they're feeling. Some kids might have an easier time with change, and it won't matter as much if they are rotating staff members. But other kids already have unstable homes to go home to. The daycare is the only place they feel safe.
Oh, I didn't realize.
And if I have to work a little bit harder for a week or two to make sure they get the best care, I will.
There's a strong determination in her voice, and I can't help but admire her compassion towards those kids. Still, you need to take care of yourself, too.
I am.
You're falling asleep while studying. Are you gonna fall asleep in the middle of a match, too? Clearly, you're not getting enough rest. She crosses her arms, but doesn't say anything. It's because I'm right. I'm not trying to pry into your personal life, but you're my friend. I just want to make sure you're okay. She continues to stay silent, but her look softens. Besides, if you get sick, then they'll have a replacement instructor anyways. Her eyes widen before she looks down.
I guess that makes sense.
She sighs.
Maybe I'll take it a bit easier.
I smile and nod.
But I'm fine right now, so don't worry about me.
Too late. Yes, ma'am.
Don't call me ma'am!
Yes, ma'am. I mean... Yes, Mr. Tommy.
No!
Mrs. Itami?
I'm going to hurt you now.
Please don't. She leans over the table, her fist ready to slug my shoulder. Thankfully, I see it coming and quickly lean back. Too far. My chair wobbles precariously and I grasp wildly for something to hold on to. Well, it looks like I held on to something. It was the floor. A few students look over while I rub my sore head. Kaori blinks at me in surprise and masks a giggle. Once sufficiently amused, she offers me a hand and helps pull me upright. We studied together in silence for a while. She occasionally glances at me, but averts her gaze whenever I look at her. Do you like what you see? Can I help you? Focus on studying. Can I help you? Need something?
What?
You keep looking at me. Do you need something?
No, I don't. Stop imagining things. Besides, you keep looking at me.
You're not wrong. Her cheeks flush. Oh, okay then. Because you're a cutie. Never mind. I'm just saying because she's cute right here and now. I smirk boyishly. How does one smirk boyishly? I don't even think I can do that.
What is up with your face?
I merely tilt my head to the side and flash another grin.
Stop!
What? I haven't said or done anything.
You...
She stumbles.
You're impossible!
That's the point. Her cheeks redden as she hides her face deep in her book. You're just so gosh darn cute. We study for a while longer before Kaori's phone vibrates. After checking her text, she starts packing up. We say goodbye, and I leave a short time thereafter. I wake up energized and throw off the blankets before getting dressed. Since we're going directly to the beach, I decide to just wear my swim trunks and a shirt, and we'll continue with our beach episode next time. I'm going to end the episode here, learning quite a bit more about Kaori. I'm really enjoying her so far, and I hope you guys are enjoying her route as well. If you are, let me know in the comments down below, or by hitting that like button. Either one does really help me out. If you're new to the channel, or have not done so already, make sure to unleash your power by hitting the subscribe button down below today as well, and ringing that little bell for when new videos go live, and also feel free to follow me on social media. The links to those will also be in the description down below, and I will see all you heroes in the next video. Thanks so much for watching. May the force be with you, and let's go to the beach next time. Take care.